Hi guys, welcome to Learn with Preetham. So starting from the last video, let me show you how you can create that particular application. So let me go to Visual Studio and create a new project. And the project is ASP.NET Core Web API. So let me select this, hit next, and this is Learn with Preetham API, let's say. So let me give the name as Preetham API, Learn with Preetham API, and then next. And it should be an HTTP configuration, and then enable open API support so that the Swagger UI can open. So yeah, this is also I need. Use a controller, yeah, that is also I need, and do not use top level statement, yeah. So create. So yeah, my solution is ready and it has a default controller. So let me delete this. And this class as well. And yeah, okay. So now I want to add one folder. The name of the folder should be models. Yeah. Inside that, I want to add one property class, that is employee. Let me add one class, and let me give employee as a class name, and inside that it is public one. Let me give some property. So yeah, for my code I need to have 5 properties. So let me control V 4 times. Yeah, the first property should be a string ID. The second property is integer type employee ID. This ID is nothing but it should be a GUID or something, a string formatted ID. This should be the unique one. And this employee ID, this also can be a unique one, but yeah, for our code, for my code, I'm not using it as any primary key or something. I'm using this as a primary key. So yeah, employee ID. Then I want to add another string, the employee name. Yeah, okay. And now the department, this is also string department, sorry for the spelling mistake. And then yeah, it should be int, like salary, for the salary purpose. Yeah, I'm using this. So my class is done, and let me add some annotations, like this is the key. Okay, and this is also required. All these sections are required. Key is already added as key. This one is already added as key, so it is mandatorily required. And then other sections also, let me give it as required. Yeah, so my this, let me build this. Okay, so build is successful. It is created. Now the my model class is created, and now I want to add one controller inside the controllers. So I'll add a controller. This is an MVC controller. It's fine. Although I need to add the details individually, so it doesn't matter. It is an MVC or something different, because you need to add the data inside it. So controller name would be, let's say, employee controller. Okay, so yeah, employee controller is there, and let me remove this method. So oh yeah, I have used MVC, so it should not be MVC, it should be API. So let me change it to API using the base, and let me add the route and add it inside double quote API \, controller. Yeah, that is good for the route one. And then I want to add API controller. Yeah, annotation. This is done. And now let me create one constructor. So I'll use ctor and then double tap. Yeah, as of now it is done. For my code I want to add, let's say, one service. So all the services will be assigned there in the service class, and that service is implementation of iService method, I mean iService class. So I have to create one iService interface and a service class as well. So let me go there and create that. So let me save this and create all those things. Or I can do one thing. Instead of creating manually, I can do like inside my main class, the employee controller class, I will add private read only. Let's say I'm giving Cosmos DB service underscore Cosmos DB. Let me give it as underscore. It will throw me an error. I will go inside quick action refactor and it says generate interface iCosmos in new file. So I'll click this. So it will automatically create me one iCosmos service. And now I have to do one thing. I have to create now I have to do one thing. I have to cut this and paste it under this namespace. So yeah, see, it is underlearned with Python API because my program.cs is also underlearned with Python API. So yeah, and this is also done. This is internal. Let me make it as public, and then I'll copy this and go add new class, paste it, add. Okay. So yeah, my class is also created. This class will be an iCosmos DB service is implemented in this class. Fine. And now I want to add some services. So I'll add some services like, let's say, task. As of now, I'll create one service only. That is, let's say, employee. It will take employee and get employee. Let's say get all employee async. So this is my get all employee service, and I want to add another service that is, let's say, task add employee async. And it will take parameter as employee. Yeah, so these two I want to add. So my interface is ready. I'll go here. It is showing me an error because I have to implement the interface inside my child class. So yeah, these two methods are getting added here. Now let me do one thing. Let me go and create our db context file. So I'll go and add one class and give the name as employee db context. Okay, and add it. So inside employee db context, I want to make employee db context as a child of db context. Yeah, it is showing me an error because I need to add one NuGet package. So I'll go inside NuGet package manager console, and not inside console. I'll go inside tools, NuGet package manager, then NuGet package for the solutions. Yeah, and I'll add entity framework. Core, this one. Where is first one? Yeah, this one I want to add, and I'll add it on my project. And the stable version I want to add, let's say I'll go for this and install. Accept it. Yeah, so it is getting installed. Now if I go inside my employee DB context, I'll do quick action. It says using Microsoft. It will take that particular package, and it will use that particular package. So yeah, that is also done. And now inside that I want to do ctar, and whenever this class get called, I'll do db context options, and what it will take, it will take employee db context, create an options, and base options. Yeah, and now okay, sorry, it is already there. So yeah, inside that I want to do nothing actually. So now I want to create, so it is giving me suggestions as well. So I want to create this only, like this is an employee property, and the property type is dbset employee. So I'll hit tab. It's getting created. So yeah, it is fine. So my context is fine. Save this. Now my context is ready. Cosmos DB service I have already created with the basic one, and then this is already created. This is also created, and my controller class is also there. This property class is already created. So yeah, so now I want to go into my app setting.json, and I'll add some data. I'll go with, let's say, Cosmos. I want to integrate the Cosmos DB inside it, so I'll use app setting.json for that. Let's say Cosmos DB, and inside that, okay, yeah, on this. Now Cosmos DB, I want to go for the count, and I'll add some value to that particular account. Then the key, I'll add a value to that key as well. And now I need a database name. Database name. My database name should be, let's say, learn with Pritam. So yeah, the container name. I want to give, let's say, what is my container name here? It is employee container. Okay, I'll give the same name as employee container. Yeah, that is fine. I don't have any other data to add here. I'll go. So you can check my how to create Cosmos DB account on that particular video. I'll add it over that I button, and you can check that. And then if you have already created a Cosmos DB account, you can go to the keys and copy this read write key URI and add it inside the account, and then can copy this primary key and add here. So yeah, my app setting.json is ready, and it is okay for, I mean, it will definitely connect to my Cosmos DB service. So now I want to do the here Cosmos DB service. I want to change some data here. So I'll do let me create a container. Okay, one thing I can do, like Yeah, I'll create one container over here. Let's say private read only, not logger. I don't want logger. No, not read only as well. I want to add private container and underscore container. So that is fine. Now I want to do public Cosmos DB service and Cosmos client. I'll initiate a Cosmos client inside this Cosmos client string, that is database name. Then I want to add string container name. Yeah, and I'll refactor it. Okay, yeah, it will automatically install it. Let me cancel it. It is not getting cancelled. Let me see inside dependency package. It is not getting installed anyway. I'll go here and let me see Cosmos. And yeah, this one I want to add. Let me see if it is already sorry, here 3.2 latest version is already installed. So yeah, let me install this. Okay, I think it is giving me some error, so let me do again. For the installation, install it, accept. Okay, so yeah, it is getting installed and it is installed already. So I'll go inside here and refactor it, use Cosmos, remove this. Yeah, and for the container, let me see what is the error it is throwing. Nothing. Underscore container equal Cosmos client. Then why it is throwing me an error? Container is okay. So yeah, for container, let me go for this. Remove this. Remove this. Okay, so now it is not throwing me any error. Okay, so container, then get Cosmos client dot get container. Inside that I want to add database name and container name. So it will create that particular container if not created. And yeah, for the add employee, I want to add, let's say, type of asynchronous, and I'll use await keyword for await, and then container underscore container create. This is a method, create item async, and it will take employee. And inside that, I want to add new partition key as employee.id. I'll use that as a partition key. It is also done. And for the first for this first demo, let me remove this and inside Cosmos DB I have to remove that as well. Let me comment out this. Yeah, so now one method is done, and let me not give any annotation here. Save this and save this as well. And now inside employee controller, I want to add some data like so yeah, inside my employee controller, uh, this is created, and then private enumerable employee type underscore employee. That is also getting created. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is also done. And now employee controller, inside this constructor, I want to access this iCosmos database service. Cosmos database service. Yeah. And I'll initialize. Yep. So that is also done. Now I want this. I want to add a data. So I'll use post method, and this method will take add employees, and I'll create a method. Let's say public async task I action result add employees. Okay, and it will take employees emp. Fine, because inside this there is this, yeah, Cosmos DB service, it is taking employee, so I have to give here as well as employee. And now I'll create one object of employee, that is type employee new employee, and add my data, this data, to this particular employee. So I'll do mapping employee.id. It will be auto created, so I'll use GUID for that. GUID dot new GUID, that is done, dot toString. Yeah, so this is created, new employee, then employee id equal emp dot employee id, employee name equal emp dot employee name, then employee department equal emp dot department, and employee dot salary equal emp dot salary. So my mapping is done here. Now when my mapping is completed, I want to do await underscore Cosmos DB service dot, and see there is a method name add employee async, and it will take an employee, this employee what I've already mapped. So this, and then return statement, I'll use OK, and let me give employee added to the database successfully. So yeah, so this is done. My post method is already created, services is still running. So next I'll inside this program.cs class, I'll do the service, I mean integration of this service. I'll call this service, this Cosmos DB service, so that this Cosmos DB service can access and it can run. So the next video I'll do that. Please watch the next video for that.